What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to Streetz Talkin Radio Show. I'm your host, TJ Chicago Kid. Turn your phone down, dickhead. It's your boy TJ Chicago Kid with Mr. Norman. As you can see, our resident Care Bear is not is not here today.
She's on Jenny Craig vacation.
She ain't on. She running from Jenny Craig. Goddamn, they got a big ass wanted poster of her motherfucking ass in there.
Wait a minute, I think this is she's doing a video call. Wait a minute, here we go.
She's doing a video because
She's on video call.
Oh shit. Fucking hilarious. Let me go ahead and see the chat. Ain't nobody in the chat room. Oh shit. We all fucked up today. We ain't got no juice today. We sitting here watching motherfucking wrestling. Norman, you ain't got no food today. What's
No, I had Five Guys before I got
this fat motherfucker.
Five Guys. What's wrong with Five Guys?
This motherfucking fat ass. I don't see you in the motherfucking chat room, Edward. Another week, another 7 whole days. We got a bunch of bullshit to talk about today. We're gonna try to stretch this shit out and try to get through it. Norman is gonna sit here per usual and
I'm trying to get these
play on Jacked and Grinder.
I mean they're not even I don't hear no sound, but it's fine.
Oh, as you can see, I got my new shirt, my Game of Chokes shirt. Say Game of Chokes.
BJJ.
Yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, motherfucker. I'll snatch a nut in the motherfucker if I need to. Yeah, come on. If you are on the Instagram, come to the link on my bio and subscribe to the YouTube page because I'm only going to run this for a few seconds and then I'm going to shut this shit down because I can't be concentrating on talking to y'all here when I can talk to y'all in the chat room on the show. What's been going on with you, motherfucker?
Nothing but real estate.
Nothing but real estate. Every week it's nothing but real estate.
I want everybody in my business that you really want.
You ain't fucked up no pillowcases with no fucked up no pillowcases with your motherfucking hair dye. you ain't bit no pillows lately, motherfucker.
Nah, I ain't done none of that.
You all have to excuse me for fucking with Norman. I mean, he's probably the only gay dude in America that could take my sense of humor without motherfucking protesting outside the fucking studio and shit. Trump, what's up with you? You recover from this weekend? This motherfucker, we do a podcast on Friday, and this motherfucker gets fried. Now I got Miss Patty who did the show with us. She came onto the podcast Friday night. This nigga is gawking over her titties, trying to smell all on her.
He was that fucked up?
He was trashed.
You should have recorded the shit.
He was. I gotta catch an Uber home because I can't drive trashed. It was pretty fucking bad. You almost embarrassed yourself. It was the alcoholic version of when I was in here high.
Oh, so we even, okay.
No, we ain't even. You was worse than what I was. 7 days. You ain't done shit. What has happened to me in the last 7 days? Oh, I went and supported a black-owned business, local business in the area by the name of Rock Deep. I meant to wear their gear today, but I don't want to wear it until the CEO, Rocky Parrish, comes in and does the show. Yes, Trump. Yes, same motherfucker. Okay, they had a bad experience. He had a bad experience with him. Yeah, you told me about it last time. Remember, I had him call in on the show. Ah, damn, you so fucking ignorant. So anyway. Last 7 days, I think I have found who I'm voting for president, or who in the preliminary who I think I'm going to end up supporting. I end up listening to Miss Williamson, Marianne Williamson, the one who said that she was going to the African Americans should get $100 billion worth of reparations, and then I shitted on her because I said the number was too low. And then I actually listened to her on a podcast, and she sounds legit. And I'm starting to notice that since she has talked about reparations, all these other motherfuckers have jumped on board and decided that they are going to start mentioning reparations as a political talking point, not really with the intention of doing anything, like Kamala Harris said that she's considering a pathway that leads towards reparation, which is basically saying that I'm going to use it as a talking point, but I really ain't going to do shit about it. I ain't going to come up with no plans that lead to it. So,
who are you voting for?
As it stands right now, Marianne Williamson has jumped to the front. She's jumped to the front. So right now, yeah, she's white, she's Jewish. Anybody that is going to name something tangible for the African American community, I'm all for it.
So have you done your research on her?
I did my research today. And what's interesting is the Democratic Party has a set of rules that state that she has to have so many donors from different states in order for them to put her on the debate platform. And it's not that I believe that she could realistically win, because I don't think she can. But I don't think that voting should be about who's the more likely to win, because the most likely person to win might be the person that don't have anything that support your agenda. It's just that they that much better than the last person. Traditionally, is called a lesser of two evils. So what I do want is I want her on the debate stage so the conversation can be had about tangible items towards the African American community. And I keep hearing people say, Negroes, niggas, boot-licking coons that say shit like, well, do you think that a person can actually get elected if a candidate says that they're going to give black people something? Here's the thing. Nobody else puts that on any other demographic. You know, the LGBT community, nobody says that a person can't get elected if they say that they're going to do something for the LGBT community. Nobody says that. Nobody says that nobody is going to be able to elect someone who is committed to standing with Israel and doing the bidding of AIPAC. Nobody says that. Nobody says you're not going to be able to get elected if you make immigration and a pathway to citizenship a primary concern for that person getting elected. Is basically bullshit when it comes to African American community. We always told that they can't get elected. And I remember there was a meeting between some African American leaders, and I believe it. I don't want to quote the wrong president. I think it was Theodore Roosevelt, where they presented the case of black people in this country and said that they wanted the president to do X, Y, and Z. And he said, you know what? I agree with everything that you said. Now go out and make me do it. You can't make nobody do shit if you just gonna give them your vote without even demanding anything, without demanding nothing at all. You just go and just give them your vote. So with that being said, she needs signatures and she needs donations. And you can go to her website, Marianne, I think it's Marianne2020.com. And you can donate as little as $20 now. I mean, $2. Now, you don't necessarily have to support her and get behind her. The whole idea is to get the conversation on the national stage, on the debate stage. Because, I mean, it's been too fucking long. We didn't wait it. And, you know, you have to consider what 40 acres and a mule would have meant economically to free slaves at this point in time. It would have put us in an even playing field. We were farmers. We knew how to plow the land. We knew how to till the fields. We knew how to do all of that shit. And had we been giving the 40 acres and that mule the tools in order to become economically self-sufficient, then the wealth gap in this country wouldn't be so fucking wide and black people wouldn't own so little. So if you just to go do some research on her, give them $2. That's all you need. $2. Let the debate get on stage and force people to answer actual questions regarding tangible items that the African American community is going to get. Specifically the African American community. I know my Jamaicans, I know my Dominicans, I know my Africans feeling slighted. But fuck y'all. Seriously. This ain't about y'all. We black, but in this instances, you all could take y'all monkey ass right back to where the fuck you came from. This ain't for you to be digging in our motherfucking pockets. Y'all come here and y'all talk about black people, native-born African Americans, like we shit. You act like we have no fucking culture. You want to have nothing to do with us. But now that the discussion is heating up and the ball is starting to roll and it's starting to get the attention of people, now you want to claim you black. Nah, don't stand with us now. You know, one of my buddies, Maury, he was like, well, you know, I can't get anything because, you know, I'm not neighbor. You're right.
Because he's not what?
He's not a descendant of American slave. You're right. Your parents are from Jamaica. This ain't about you, nigga. You light skinned. You gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. You red. Yo, you got light skin privileges. This is about American descendants of slavery. Period. American. United States of America. If your parents and your forefathers were not chattel slave in this country, reparations is not for you. Just because you got slanted eyes don't mean that you should have got reparations that the Japanese got when they were being put in internment camps. Koreans ain't getting that. Chinese ain't getting that. Vietnamese ain't getting that. That was for Japanese. Well, slavery here in America, you know, they got some people that are descended from that. And if you were descended from slavery in the Caribbean, then take that shit up with the British Crown. Take that shit up with the French. Take that shit up with the Portuguese. But we're talking about right here in America. Yeah, somebody said no oxtails for you. I don't give a fuck. I know how to cook them bitches myself. I'm just saying, don't jump on this shit right now. I mean, y'all ain't fuck with us up until this point. Don't fuck with us now that the check might get cut. Okay? So that's that topic that I wanted to touch upon. The big story this weekend.
R. Kelly.
Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Let that man walk.
You say let him walk?
Let him walk.
Let's just tell those uninformed. Robert Kelly, R. Kelly for short, has been charged with 10 counts of. You better not tell that's Nicole. Nicole, I swear to God, I will come and flatten all your goddamn tires. And I heard your goddamn pink Cadillac ain't working either. You better not go snitch on me. R. Kelly was charged last week with 10 counts of some kind of sexual deviancy with minor children, one being an adult. They found some tapes, some videotapes, and apparently he's doing the pissing thing. He adding a little saliva to it too. He's spitting on bitches.
Are you serious?
R. Kelly has a problem with his fluids, his bodily fluids. He just
hold on. He ain't shit on nobody.
He didn't shit on nobody, but he pissed on them. I believe one of the girls on one of the tapes. God. One of the girls on one of the tapes is the same girl from
the first tape.
From the first tape. And what I was saying Friday, when Brian tried to jump down my throat, I wasn't saying that R. Kelly isn't wrong. See, I have a different standard of justice in this case. Fuck the police. Where's the fathers? Where are the brothers? Where are the uncles? Where's the grandpa? Where's Pawpaw? Somebody need to whoop his motherfucking ass with a baseball bat. They need to catch him coming out of one of them studios and beat the fuck out of him, period. I don't think this is a crime that needs to be fucking prosecuted in court, because even though these children were underage, and I'm going to get into the individual charges, not all 10 of them because I don't know all 10 of them, but it's supposed to be 4 different women. One of them being Jerwanda Pace, who was one of the young ladies on Survivor R. Kelly, who was camped out outside of the courthouse from the original trial at 16 years old, when her stupid ass should have been at school. Her mama and father don't know where she at. She's supposed to be at school. She's hanging outside of the courthouse during his first trial. And then she ended up linking up with him. And she ended up having a relationship with him. And she ended up Monica Lewinskying him. R. Kelly jacked off. Apparently, she kept a dress or a shirt or something that had his DNA on it. She did the old the Monica Lewinsky thing, and I think it's kind of fucked up, but I'll get into that in a second. And then you have the original young lady that was in the original trial. That I think they found another tape of her, which brings me to, like I said Friday, VHS tapes.
Right.
When the last time we used those motherfuckers? Didn't those go out of style in like the mid 80s?
No.
I mean mid 90s?
Yeah, like 96.
So at minimum, these are 20-year-old allegations. 20 years old, right? If this girl was 14 at that particular time, I mean, she's in the mid-30s now. She probably got kids. She probably got a husband that don't know that she used to bust a wide open for R. Kelly. She probably got her church group. Who's to say, like I was saying Friday, who's to say she's going to testify? And for those of you all that are in on Instagram, I'm about to shut this down because you all have to go to my YouTube page. It's in the bio. Go in the bio, go to the YouTube page, and it's going to take you right to the live version.
People on your Instagram.
It's enough to I'm about to shut this shit down because it ain't that important.
What you should do is just pin the YouTube page to that shit.
I don't know how to do all of that shit. Plus, I'm in mid-show.
I understand that, but how many shows have you had?
Motherfucker, you wait till right now to tell me I can do this? This is the shit I'm talking about right now. I'm looking for a new gay host.
Yeah, because I need to finish selling real estate. That's
you need to finish selling real estate and ass.
You got to come with a good 620 high or higher credit score.
This motherfucker still talking about this credit score.
Yeah, you got to.
So it's a 20-year-old tape. What makes us think that this girl is gonna come forward? It's not enough. It's not enough. And there was an interview done with the original reporter who first did the story back in 2003, and he says that although they have tapes, the women on the tape aren't cooperating. If that's true, then you don't have a case. You can have videos, but you got to have a woman saying that this was me on the tape. You have to have a victim that was saying that, yes, he did thus and thus and so. You got to have a woman that said that, yes, I was at this particular age. And if none of these women are cooperating with the authorities, R. Kelly is going to look like the Teflon Don when he walks again.
And look, going to bring out another album after that.
I don't know if it's going to sell. But anyway, he was locked up for the weekend because he had a bond hearing on Friday, and the bond was set at $1 million. And then, of course, for those of you who have been in the criminal justice system and have been arrested and needed to bond out, he needed 10% in order to get out. And he can produce it. He can produce $100,000. So when he made that song, I Confess, when he said he was broke and they stole all his money, apparently that's the case because he has $167,000 in arrears in child support. He has like almost $150,000 in back due rent from his studio where he's getting evicted from. And he didn't have $100,000 to bond out of jail. But as I have said in the past, R. Kelly is a black woman's not letting him go problem. Because today, can you do you have that article up?
Well, Katrina Lewis made a good point. She said, I think a lot of people will testify against him this time, especially if they go after those who helped him.
Well,
which
I don't think they will go after the people who enabled him and who helped him.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not, because it's hearsay. It's your word against mine. And a lot of times in cases like this,
you don't think they'll believe the witnesses? I mean, the witnesses.
I mean, you have to think these are 20-year-old allegations, unless they're recently. But he's charged with these assaults against 4 different women. It's not a whole bunch of women. It's just these 4, 3 that are on videotape, and one was a hairdresser who says that she went to go braid his hair, and he came out with his tallywhacker out and told her he wanted to give her head, And then she refused, and he jacked off on her.
You think she
And
really
sp-
refused?
Here's the thing.
Because that's too hard. She couldn't get out the fucking house or nothing like that?
See, I'm more about common sense type of shit.
Yeah, me too.
And if you stand in front of me with your dick out, jacking your dick, 9 times out of 10, well, let's just say there's just a very, you gotta leave a possibility for anything. But 9 times out of 10, once you bust your nut, I'm not nowhere near. I'm not even in the same building. You mean you stood there and watched until he was finished, then let him skeet on you?
She probably wanted him to shoot on her.
What I'm saying is this is what people who are so outraged about R. Kelly have to take into consideration. Because see, we're living in an era now where a mere allegation goes a long way. And it don't even have to be a fucking real allegation.
I'm sorry, Kanita. And look at Ecstasy 69 is your cousin?
Yeah.
So she always instigating shit. She just said, "Oh,
He said
he get her name right." I called her Katrina. I meant Kanita.
This is the allegation that he stood there and he jagged off, and she just waited. Like, what are you waiting on? And then he skeeted on her. Then he spit on her. And they have the DNA from the shirt. Like, bitch, who you fooling? You kept the shirt as a souvenir, but he didn't do anything that you didn't allow him to do.
And this bitch ain't washed the shirt.
She ain't washed the shirt or nothing. You nasty bitch. What you do? Put it in a fucking Ziploc bag? And you kept it this fucking long? You kept it this long. This is the shit I have to. If I'm sitting on that jury, I'm saying, all y'all some nasty bitches. All right, I'm going out of Instagram. Come to the YouTube page in my bio. Yeah. So, yes, that was that. And then you have the original girl. You have Geronda Pace, who was the girl who stood around and had an affair with him or had a relationship with him, as terrible as it was. And she initially lied about her age, and then after they had sex, she said she told him her real age, and he said, so. And they continued to screw, and then apparently it went sour, and she came out. And, like, if these were still children, then I got all the sympathy in the world for them.
Right.
But your ass is grown now.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, personally, me, if it were me, I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't be trying to get in your pockets because.
Well, I mean, you a freak ass nigga.
No,
so
but
we
I'm
ain't
just serious. Like I would.
I ain't worried about
that.
you.
Look, football. Give me anything. Football play. Let's just play around and keep it moving. I ain't got time for that
but the thing is, I mean, I'm not excusing his behavior. I'm not excusing his behavior at all. But at some point in time, we have to be able to define between and make a clear distinction between what's bullshit and what's a legitimate accusation. What is somebody trying to monetize this situation, and what is someone who was actually a victim of R. Kelly? And I think that the lines are clearly blurred. It's not blurred that he's a pervert. We know he's a pervert. That's widely accepted. It's widely accepted that he likes fucking with young girls. That's widely accepted. But I'm talking about the individual accusations, which is what he's going to be prosecuted about. I'm looking at blurred lines here. I'm looking at 20 years worth of videotape. Motherfucker, who had these tapes, and how long did he have them? How long did you keep these tapes? Huh? You turned up with them. You didn't turn up with no DVDs. You didn't turn up with nothing on a thumb drive. You came with a fucking old dusty ass VHS tape. So these motherfuckers got to go find a VCR to play these bitches on. That's how old this shit is. It's motherfuckers now who don't know what a VHS tape is. They were not born when we were using these motherfuckers. That's how long VHS tapes ago. That's how long ago VHS tapes were. So it's gonna be real interesting to see if you know, somebody comes forward. But what was interesting today was somebody bailed him out. What wasn't a lawyer, wasn't a business partner. It was a woman, a fan, who owned a beauty salon. Not a beauty salon, she owns a restaurant and a daycare outside the city of Chicago. She put up $100,000 of her own fucking money to get him out. Yes. Yes. This is the craziest shit ever. And then we're going to go into the next story, but I always hear this saying that,
look, what if he part on in the damn shop?
You never know. What I keep hearing is black women always repeating the saying, black women are the least protected. Our men don't protect us. It seems like the only people we really need to protect y'all from is yourselves. I mean, am I wrong when I say that? Because no man is bailing. We're not bailing R. Kelly out. And when I had that show early this year, when the shit first kicked off, after that damn documentary, I said that black men have let R. Kelly go a long time ago. It's black women that won't let him go. It's black women that were keeping him afloat by going to his concerts, that was buying his CDs, that was playing his music, that was going to see him at the club appearances. It wasn't us. Because we already have made it up in our mind.
But all them women had their husbands with them too. Keep in mind that.
Not as, no, ain't no motherfucking married bitch taking their husband to see R. Kelly.
They probably would.
Nah.
No,
ain't no man going to see that motherfucker unless he just going for the hoes. He going because it's a bunch of dumb. You got to be a dumb, desperate, low self-esteem having, no dick getting, piled on makeup, Spanx wearing, walking around in heels that hurt your motherfucking feet, ass bitch. If you going to see R. Kelly in concert, I'm sorry, I'm from Chicago, love the guy's music, but he's a dickhead. And if you out there supporting him, something is wrong with you. Something is clearly wrong with you. And this woman went and put her business at risk. Because now you go on Yelp and they destroying her motherfucking restaurant. Yes.
Oh, well, let me see.
Yes. I mean, she bonded this motherfucker out of jail. Who the fuck does that? And that is the most amazing thing to me. So when I hear women say, at first they try to impugn black men with R. Kelly as if he's our responsibility or that we enable him. Let's just clear something up. There is no bigger enabler of the perverts, the molesters, the child molesters, the rapists in the black community than women. I repeat it. I'm going to say it again. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it, but you're going to hear me out. There are no bigger enablers of child molesters, the perverts in the black community than black women. Anybody here agree? I know we ain't got no women in here, but y'all can't disagree with me. Because once we know it's a motherfucking pervert that touched a child, we dead on his ass. We beating his motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck he brother, cousin, uncle, the whole nine. He getting his ass whooped. It's women that enable that behavior because you protect, in an effort to protect the children, y'all end up protecting the pervert. You invite him he come to the cookout. You don't put him out the yard. Watch the kids. Your daughter come and tell you, Mom, so-and-so touched me. Well, don't say nothing. It ain't as bad as it could be. Don't tell your father. I'll take care of it. Girl, ain't nothing happened to you. You just had a bad dream. Why is you talking about my man like that? I can't even have a good man for you always messing it up, and he's a good man. There's no bigger protector or enabler of that fucking behavior in the black community than the women itself. And I hate that when black men, we take the lashes as it is. But I hate for black men to be wrongfully accused of something that we just did not do. Which brings me to the next part of the show. I got into it with, if you don't know who she is, I got into it with Amanda Seales this past week. And the reason it started was because Amanda Seales went, I guess she went live on her Instagram, and this was all behind the Jussie Smollett thing. And I had said, black women.
What did she say?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you this. It started out with me saying black women are the white women. No, I said black feminists are the white women of the black community. The Root did a story, what, last year, year before last, that said black men are the white men of black people. And it was bullshit. It was bullshit. And I hate when you do that. It was bullshit, and people went ape shit. Jamila Hill, she shared it and was talking about it was the truth and everything, because the Root is bullshit. The Root hate heterosexual black men. There's no secret there. And I'm doing a podcast right now. Why you keep calling me back if it ain't an emergency?
Why you answer?
Because I hate when, don't you hate when somebody calls you?
Was that one of your kids?
No.
Well, then why you answer it?
Because they were going to keep calling back.
But you on your show and you taking up my time. It's fucking 8:37. Like, time is not on outside, so we gotta maximize our time while we here.
Motherfucker, we got a whole nother fucking hour.
Okay.
Calm your motherfucking ass down, Fonzie. Motherfucker. Goddamn Fonzarelli jacket on. So I made this statement that feminist black women are the white women of black women. I mean, the white women of black people. And the reason I say that is because what separates how feminist black women talk about heterosexual black men, what makes them different from how white women talk about talk about black men? Black feminists say black men are a danger. They say we sex crave. They say we violent. This is what feminists say. But then you have Barbecue Becky, who see a black man barbecuing in Oakland. She calls the police on him. Or you had a chick at the bodega in New York that called the police on a little boy. Or the white woman that follows the man into his apartment complex asking, does he stay here? Or the white woman who's standing in the elevator when the elevator doors walk in, you walk in and she clutches her purse. Or you walking down the street and she pops her doorknob. What makes black feminists any different in them talking about heterosexual black men? They're not any different from the most racist, bigoted white woman who sees black men constantly as a threat. There are, 42 million African Americans in the country? Black feminists are always talking about, you all are killing us. You all are killing us. There's only 7,000 black women who have died of homicide in 2018. 7,000. 7,000 out of 42 million people. It's not like we out here just slicing bitches' throats. There's a very, very, very small number. But they talk about us like we the scourge of the community. So to tie that into Amanda Seales, Amanda Seales in defending Jussie Smollett, because there are some black women who just seem to talk and protect the black gay men.
No. So she's defending him for what? She
wasn't defending, she was deflecting.
Okay.
And the way she deflected was, she started talking about first R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. She put R. Kelly off on black men, and as I just showed you, R. Kelly was bonded out of jail by a black woman. Mm-hmm. Black women go to the concert. So she tried to erroneously impugn us with R. Kelly. And then she says that black men were responsible for Trump being in office because we didn't go out and vote in large numbers, that Trump ended up elected, whereas we didn't have no fucking effect in North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, these obscure places where Trump won and won the Electoral College. She didn't talk about the 54% of white women who voted for Trump. Numbers way different from when they voted for Obama. She didn't talk about any of that. So I basically said that Amanda Seales is the white woman, is the white woman of black women. And Trump, pull up the rant so they could just see what I'm talking about. The first rant.
On Twitter?
The video. Yeah. Just hold on one second. We gonna run that. We gonna run that
really
video.
Over here talking about Jesse's possible lie set us back, as if R. Kelly is still not walking around free. I want to get to a place of understanding of just like, what do y'all really think all this is? You think one actor coming up with a story that, if false, is problematic, you think that set us back? No. What set us back is the fact that not enough black men came out to vote, and therefore we got this fucking ass president in office. What sets us...
See what the fuck I mean? What the fuck does black men not going out and voting and Trump getting elected have to do with Jussie Smollett lying? It had nothing to fucking do with it. But she had to deflect, and then deflected. She threw black men under the bus. So I lit her the fuck up. I went on Twitter and lit her the fuck up. Post it up, Trump, please. You should have had this ready, you slow. Come on, emoji face. I said, I closed my eyes during the IG rant, and I heard Barbecue Becky. I heard Poolside Patty. I heard Bodega Barbara. Straight black men are the scourge of the world. That's no different than what the inbred Becky Sue says while serving sweet tea to the men at the monthly Klan meeting. Put up the other one.
Did she respond?
That rant was trash. Women like you are the white women of black people. The way you talk about black men, especially heterosexual black men, is eerily similar to the views expressed by the most bigoted racist white woman. So the next time you are deflected from Jussie Smollett lying by talking about black men are the reason Trump got elected, in that moment, think of all the white women who clutch their purse when a black man walks in the elevator. You sound just like them. And I don't like you. Her fans tried to run to her rescue, but the interesting part was when she posted it, I was already on Twitter on her timeline. So when it went up, I immediately responded. It was the first thing that was on the timeline and responded. So she couldn't help but to fucking see it.
Oh, wow.
And they tried to deflect. They tried to defend her. Oh, she's just trying to hold black men accountable. You ain't holding Jussie accountable. Ain't he black? Ain't he a man? How the fuck is it that you put this shit up on that? That motherfucker lied. Period. He fucking lied. Let him hold his L. But to talk about black men are the reason that Trump is in office, that is not even mathematically correct. It's not. Because if more men voted in, black men voted in Chicago, if more black men voted in Miami, if more black men voted in Detroit, if more black men voted in LA, it still would not have changed the numbers in Wyoming. It's because we ain't there. In North Dakota, South Dakota, we ain't there. It wouldn't have changed in Nebraska. We ain't there. We ain't in these obscure places where he won the Electoral College. So I started trashing her. Like, this is the way I feel like this is the only way we can push back on that. When there's a narrative that's going on in this country that is combating the idea of black masculinity. You got Terry Crews, fuck boy pussy ass. His fuck boy pussy ass is talking about toxic masculinity every turn. Every fucking turn. He's talking about toxic masculinity. He even tried to say Jussie Smollett was an example of toxic masculinity. Like, dog, now you just weaponize it. You don't even understand. And what is interesting is I was up.
Toxic masculinity.
I went to sleep at like 6:30 one night, and I got up at like 3 in the morning. The first thing was on my mind after I reading his tweet was toxic masculinity. So let me see where this fucking shit comes from. So I went and looked at the DSM. And the DSM is the diagnostic manual that the psychologists use to diagnose mental illnesses and stuff like that. And it has all of the different illnesses listed.
Associated with that.
Associated just with mental illnesses.
Right.
And toxic masculinity does not exist in the DSM. It's not even fucking mentioned.
So that's some shit he made up.
No, it's not some shit he made up. So I started looking, I'm trying to research where it comes from. Because you really starting to hear it, particularly from the feminist community within the last couple of years. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and find out where this shit come from. So now I'm doing my research because y'all know the research department of the Streetz of Talkin radio show, yours truly, very, very good at what we do. And what I found out was the term toxic masculinity comes from a gay man, a gay psychologist, and a white feminist in the late 80s. She came up with different types of masculinities and classified them all under hegemony masculinities. But this gay psychologist, his name is Shep, Dr. Shep, a flamboyant homosexual at that. I ain't just talking about you can look at him and tell he gay. He got the gay pompadour, he got the loud clothes, he got the long fingernails, he got the lipstick on. He's clearly a gay man who came up with the concept of toxic masculinity in 1988. That is the earliest that toxic masculinity was mentioned. I got to thinking, how can a woman who does not experience any of the rites of passages becoming a man and engaging in masculinity, and a flamboyant, flaming homosexual who's trying to be a woman, who is clearly running from his masculinity,
come up with that word?
Come up with masculinity that's toxic. If anything, motherfucker, your masculinity is toxic. It's toxic.
What if he was talking about himself and just made it a...
That could have been the case, but it's been co-opted by the well, not necessarily the LGBT community. I'm not going to throw that on the LGBT community. Like by the feminist community to try to make masculinity into a bad thing. So now it's toxic masculinity, toxic masculinity, toxic masculinity. And now you have Terry Crews, who is the champion in the fight against toxic masculinity, who just so happens to be the same motherfucker who allowed a white man to grab his dick twice in front of his fucking wife.
But did you hear his response to it?
If his response wasn't throwing that motherfucker over a table or throw a fuck out of a window,
don't react like you will react.
You let a man grab your dick twice, that's okay and it's understandable. A man grabs my dick twice and in front of my wife, he is telling my wife I'm his bitch. That's the only thing I could get.
But still, at the end of the day, what did Terry Crews do?
He moved his hand and told him to stop.
No, that's not all he did, Thornell. You really not.
Wow. First of all, if a man grabs a woman,
he said he pushed him too. He pushed him away from him. I mean, you're saying so, but still, I mean,
Terry Crews looked like he could bench press 500
right.
pounds.
So don't you? I'm sure Terry Crews know he would probably hurt the fucking man or whoever.
The man grabbed his dick not one time.
He probably wanted to get a good feel the second time.
Not one time. He grabbed it twice. Let me tell you something. So the first time
he just didn't grab the dick.
I won't even let I don't mind certain women grabbing my dick, but there are just some ugly bitches out there that I don't want to touch me. And I might punch them bitches in the face.
Big fat girl touch you, grab your dick. What you gonna do?
It depends on if she cute in the face and if her feet done. If she not cute, I'm throwing an elbow on that bitch, the bridge of that bitch nose. Yes, that's sexual assault.
Cause she ugly.
It's sexual assault because she ugly. You goddamn right. Shit. Because
she ugly.
He grabbed his dick. He grabbed his dick twice. He didn't pinch his nipple, slap him on that. He grabbed his dick. He pushed the man, hand him, hey man, what you doing? He grabbed his dick again. Okay, the first time you might get a push. You might, and I'm not saying I'm gonna push you. I'm just telling you right now, I'm responding violently. But you grabbed it twice in front of my wife? Dog. You asking for an ass whooping. And this is the motherfucker leading the charge talking about toxic masculinity. No, Terry. No. Your son is probably getting teased every day because they know your daddy let a man grab his dick. Even a kid in school knows that that is fucking wrong. And you're telling me about toxic masculinity? No, man, the only masculinity that's toxic is yours. Part of masculinity is being a protector. If he violates me in front of my wife, then he will violate my wife in front of me. And I can't give him that impression. So I got to start destroying all the furniture in this motherfucking party. I got to throw you over the coat check desk. I got to hit you in the head with a motherfucking wine where they had a champagne to bring around on the trays. I got to grab them motherfuckers and slap you across the head with it. There's absolutely no fucking way that you can grab my dick twice in front of my wife and I not fuck you up. That's not toxic masculinity. That's just common fucking sense. So I found out that toxic masculinity was something that was, this phrase was coined by a gay psychologist. And now it's been co-opted by the feminist community. And the phrase has been weaponized to make people back down. If you talk about the Jewish community, they weaponize anti-Semitism to make you back down. You say something about the LGBT community, they weaponize homophobia to make you back down. If you give a legit criticism of the black community, a lot of black people will turn motherfucking a racist accusation based on anything, even if what's being said is true. They will weaponize that to make you back down. So this term has been weaponized to back down, and it's all about this Me Too movement. That whole thing has been weaponized. Sexual assault accusations have been weaponized. And again, here we go again, Amanda Seales. Amanda Seales was talking to former NFL player Myron Rose. Myron Rose was an NFL football player, left the NFL, went back to college to finish medical school, became one of the top neurosurgeons in the country. And he got to talk, they got to communicating via inbox conversation. The conversation didn't go, the conversation ended up going towards a phone call. And Amanda Seales ended up coming out and accusing Myron Rose of sexually harassing her. Now, she don't produce no receipts because apparently the inbox conversation was vanilla. But we can't prove the phone conversation. So, Trump, can you run that second one, please?
I really don't take lightly what I'm about to say. Because when you name names, you know, you put not only that person out there, but you also put yourself out there. But I feel as a woman who makes it my business to be a warrior for the truth, that it needs to be said. I, on my podcast and on The Breakfast Club, spoke about an individual who had approached me on the internet and who we spoke on the phone, and that they said some troubling things in the conversation that made me take a step back, and that also with literally like no investigation, it was brought to my attention that he had sexually harassed a woman by opening the door when she came to meet him for a date butt naked, and then telling her that she was the one who was overreacting, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I
see shit like this makes it hard for legitimate women who've been sexually harassed or who've been sexually assaulted to be believed. When you have this is why I don't fuck with light-skinned bitches. I love you, Red. I love my Red sisters, but you bitches, you got too much of the devil in you. This funky bitch has weaponized an accusation unsubstantiated because Myron Rose ended up responding and saying that didn't happen. She's upset because it didn't go her way. And now she's making an accusation to assassinate my character. And because it's a he say, she say world, she ends up creating these. She said it was 18 other women that contacted her. 18 other women that contacted her and said that he come to the door and answer the door butt naked. You mean to tell me he did this to 18 women, but you the only bitch that said something? And see, this is why I used the gratuitous word. I used the word bitch gratuitously. Because some bitches out here are not to be respected. You got to call them on their shit. And there's too many motherfucking men who have taken a beta male role. You don't want to be a leader. You do it in the name of being understanding and trying to encourage women to come forward and talk. And fuck that shit. Sometimes you just got to call shit what it is. You got to call bullshit, and you can't care that don't nobody else like it, that it's not popular politically. Because I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck. I have been a person who has been falsely accused of some shit that I didn't do.
What was you accused of?
What was I accused of?
Yeah, falsely accused of.
That ain't important. I was falsely accused.
This is Rip Radio.
I was falsely accused
of
trying to take some pussy.
Oh, okay.
It was a blatant fucking lie. And the reason it come out is because her daughter busted her mama out. I said that didn't happen. Y'all was just sitting on the couch. I was there the whole time. Why are you lying? But since you wanted to know that. But being falsely accused of some shit is just not fucking cool. That's a reputation. That's something that a man, it takes a lifetime to fucking shake. Because even if you're found innocent in the case of Nate Parker, who was accused of a rape by a lily blonde-haired white girl in fucking Pennsylvania on the campus of, I guess, Penn State. He went to trial. The majority of the jury were white, male and females, and he was found not guilty. They said that her story didn't even sound fucking credible. And if a black boy in rural Pennsylvania can be found not guilty of raping a white girl in America, you really had to be not guilty, not guilty.
She actually killed herself.
She killed herself. The bitch should have. I don't give a fuck about no lying ass bitch that make fucking false rape allegations. Regret second guessing and you gave up the pussy and then later don't nobody want to motherfucking fuck with you after they know what kind of dirty slut you is, does not give you ground to make fucking rape accusations. So he was found not guilty. Go and try to make a movie, and people black women begin to protest, even going as far as lying and saying that the movie had rape scenes in it. Birth of a Nation. Saying the movie had rape scenes and gratuitous rape scenes. I'm like, bitch, you ain't even seen the movie, obviously. And then she admits she hasn't seen the movie. She's going off what she's told. And then the actress who was a self-proclaimed feminist in the movie tells her that didn't happen. And she still goes around and lies. So even when you're found not guilty of that accusation, people still gonna look at you sideways. So the accusation isn't something to be taken lightly, and it shouldn't be weaponized to try to ruin a man's reputation just because he don't want to fuck with you because you seem kind of fucking nutty, Amanda Seals. You dirty, funky red bitch. You funky ass Issa Rae, fuck you too. Jamila Lemieux, the bitch that's been going around talking about black girls are not protected by R. Kelly and black men have to step up, and then you ain't said fucking shit on your Twitter timeline about a fucking woman that bond him out of jail. Fuck you too, you funky bitches. I hope all of you bitches motherfucking get crabs. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. Just thought I'd just segue right into that. What a segue, right? We're going to take a 5-minute break. I don't need y'all to go too far. Stick around. We got some other shit to talk about. We're going to talk about...
Oh, go ahead. Hurry up. Bitch, hurry up. I'm about to show you how to pin the motherfucking shit to your Instagram.
Take us to the bullshit tracks from your cousin.
Mary J. Blige or some
we can't. They're going to shut down the page, motherfucker.
I'm not doing this show no more because this show whack as shit.
Fuck Mary J. Blige with her funky ass. Oh, we back live. Oh shit,
He got a delayed reaction.
I was checking my my Plenty of Fish account. Oh shit. Okay, we got the last 15, 20 minutes of the show. Did you watch the Oscars the other day, motherfucker?
No, I didn't watch the Oscars.
You's a out of touch, motherfucker. What did you do Sunday night?
Relaxed. I really did.
You relaxed your muscles?
No, I relaxed looking at TV, bitch. That's what I did.
I watched part of the shit the other night because I wanted to see. You know, they had quite a few. I guess they call themselves cosmetically trying to make it up to the black community by having like out of the six movies that was going up for Picture of the Year, 4 of them were basically
black
movies. You had Black Panther, you had If Beale Street Could Talk, you had the Green Book, and you had Black Klansman. And I wanted to. I ain't gonna even front. I wanted
Black Klansman.
I saw Black Klansman. It was okay.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the masterpiece that they tried to make it out to be. Spike Lee has made a lot of movies that could have been Oscar winners over Black Klansman. I mean, Black Klansman was good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't mind-boggling. I haven't seen If Beale Street Could Talk. I haven't seen The Green Book. So I can see why Black Klansman didn't win, but I think Black Panther should have won. And somebody asked me on Instagram, why do you think Black Panther should have won? Because it had all those black people in it? And I said, no, because it didn't hardly have any white people in it. Motherfucker, don't challenge me. Motherfuckers be killing me. They try to come for you like you gonna back down. I'm not that guy. I swear I'm not that guy. I'm gonna hurt your goddamn feelings. So yeah, I wanted to be a case of all those black people in the black country that was the most technologically advanced, you know, country on the planet with hardly no white people. I thought that was an excellent movie. Fuck it. And Spike won for best screenplay after he said years ago he wasn't gonna fuck with the Oscars no more after Oscars too black. Oscars so white, and then he ended up jumping in Samuel L. Jackson's arm like a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, now I just saw the pictures about that shit.
It's not a good look. But we can talk about the brother who wore that fucking dress. Did you see that shit?
Billy Porter, yeah.
Billy Porter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything I seen was just pictures and shit.
And Trump runs out because I need him to bring up that picture.
A Billy Porter in a dress?
Billy Porter in a dress. That's just...
He thought outside the box. He just did something that... One, you already know, anybody knows him, knows he's a gay man.
Why does... Okay. I ain't never... If I see you in a dress, I'm smack shit out you.
No, bitch, and I'm gonna slap you back in my dress.
You better not never put on a motherfucking dress.
I've been there, done that. I'm an old queen, bitch.
Old
sissy. In my teen, in my 20s.
Yeah, but then you realize how fucking stupid that was.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
So why the fuck would you come out? See, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the problem why I can only fuck with very few limited gay people. Norman probably the only one. But why the fuck do... And I don't understand this, and I'm pretty sure you can give me some insight on it, but I know you won't. Why is it that gay black men have to be so fucking extra? You're not going to see the motherfucker that played Doogie Howser. He's a gay dude, gay white dude. You're not going to see him wearing a dress. You're not going to see...
Well, here's the thing. Keep in mind, I think Billy Porter kind of did that solely based off of the kinky boots theme and all of that shit. That's what all that's about. It's not like, excuse me, it's not like he done it before. It ain't like he's never done that before.
Again.
I mean, he probably doing it to promote the movie. I mean, I guess the kinky boots joint.
Again. You have Billy Porter that's done some shit like that. You have, who's the most famous gay man drag queen? RuPaul.
Okay.
There's no other. It's like
RuPaul has never done that dressed like a man. I've never seen him like without the wig, without the hair. He's never done that without the hair.
What I'm saying is, why is it that when you think of out of the box, flamboyant, loud, boisterous, gay man, you think of black gay man? Who's the
Because white gay men don't do shit like that.
This is the question that I'm asking. Why? Why the distinction? You have gay male celebrities who are white. You have gay male celebrities who are Asian. George Takei. You have gay male celebrities who are Hispanic. I can't forget the one that sing "Living La Vida Loca." You have gay men who are in the press. Anderson Cooper. You don't have that need to feminize being gay.
So here it is. I don't think it's about feminizing it.
It's like the only masculine gay black man I know is Don Lemon. Every other gay man in Hollywood or that's
Don Lemon is just. Don Lemon ain't even really comfortable with his sexuality, if you ask me.
I don't think no gay man is.
I am.
You can't take a dick in the ass and be comfortable.
Why can't you? It's called lubrication and relax.
There ain't no lubrication and relax. I avoid my motherfucking prostate exam to this day. Every time my doctor, I be like, nah, not this visit.
Straight men do not avoid getting your colonoscopies. That is definitely.
I ain't gonna be mad if I get cancer in my asshole.
So you really avoid.
Hell yeah, that shit hurt.
A finger.
Yes, motherfucker, finger.
Stick your own finger up there.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm good on that. We're talking about. I'm simply saying, why is it that gay men?
You said black gay men.
Black gay men. I mean, think of the gay men you know. Don't think of Fonzarelli over here. Think of the gay black celebrities that you know outside of Don Lemon. Don't you think effeminate? Effeminate. Don Lemon is like the only one that I know that's not effeminate. Every gay black man that I know in Hollywood that's put out in front of us are effeminate. Billy Porter, you left out. We just did that. I mean, they gotta take on these effeminate qualities.
See, if Billy Porter had not done that, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But keeping in mind,
he did it. He wasn't the only gay man there, so why did he have to fucking be the one?
I told you again, all of this is about his brand and that Kinky Boots, the Kinky Boots brand.
What's the Kinky Boots?
Kinky Boots is,
Tell us what Kinky Boots is.
It's a Broadway show, and it's all about saving a shoe shop.
How the fuck was Kinky Boots even his brand when he had on a fucking dress when you couldn't see the boots?
No, what I'm saying is...
This the shit here I'm talking about. Why the fuck?
That looks... I mean, for his brand, that's stunning for his
Somebody should have drop kicked his ass right off the red carpet.
Oh, my God.
This is the...
Thank you, Decatur Branch. Thank you for saying that Don Lemon is not masculine. Don Lemon is a fucking woman.
Here's the thing.
And you watching him thinking he's not feminine?
Let me
Bitch,
just...
Did you see how the Queen was crying on CNN when Whitney Houston died?
Look, let me say this to my black gay brothers. Let me clue y'all in on something. That shit's not cool.
It's okay if you supporting a brand.
It's not cool.
It's okay if you supporting a brand.
It's not cool.
It's okay
if you're running. If you have an issue with your masculinity, I get it, but you can't do the opposite. I know a lot of y'all ain't never had no. Norman has a pussy in his life before, so I don't know. Baby, I'm telling you out there, I know your pussy, you done fucked up a lot of men with your pussy. Your pussy is terrible. But I'm saying you're never gonna be women. So there's no need in faking the funk.
It's not the idea of feeling like
this is why a lot of it has nothing to do with deep-seated homosexual tendencies. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that I'm looking at you in a fucking dress and you're a man.
Okay, but what is the issue with that?
The issue is you're not a fucking woman.
Why do you have an issue with that?
My issue is, why the fuck are you in a dress? Dresses are not made for women. I mean, not made for men. They're made for women. Why is it that black gay men have to be this extra? We don't have a problem with white gay men. Because white gay men...
No, wrong. You shouldn't just single black men out.
I'm not singing black men out. I'm saying I don't see the flamboyant gay homosexual white pushed off on us, on society. It's when they want to present a black gay man, the black gay man has to be completely emasculated. The dude that played Doogie Howser is gay. George Takei is gay. Let me think of some more gay men.
Those are fucking people that are. Here's the thing. I look at stuff like this.
But these are masculine gay men.
Right.
It's like, why do the black gay men have to be feminine? Why? Don Lemon is gay. He's a fruit booty. Don't get me wrong. But Don Lemon ain't out here. Ooh, child.
But see,
ooh, bitch, girl. He ain't got to do all of that shit.
Me being a gay man, I can tell you that Don Lemon actually acts like that.
But he doesn't present himself like that to the public
because he's a news person. So he's on CNN, so he's protecting his bag, which is CNN, and that's the brand that he's promoting. So of course, Don Lemon not gonna get on air and act like a fucking fag because. Still, he's not comfortable with his sexuality. He's so not fucking comfortable. If you got to realize when he came out of the closet a couple of years ago, he wasn't sure whether or not that they was gonna kick his ass off of CNN or not. So that's why he chose to never say nothing. But getting back to Billy Porter, my whole thing with that is Billy Porter is a gay Broadway actor. So of course.
So him being a gay Broadway actor means he has to come out in the dress.
But no, it don't have.
Are there any other men that
are the boots? Do your research on the kinky boots, and you'll realize why Billy Porter did that.
Fuck Billy Porter.
Well, why are we talking about?
No, I'm saying fuck Billy Porter in the sense that that's not something you needed to do.
You really have a strong opinion.
I have a strong opinion. I have a strong opinion for this reason.
If you're a straight man.
Not because I'm a straight man. It's because I'm a black man. I'm a black man. You can try that shit if you want to.
He's straight and curious.
I have an issue with it because it's like it's bad enough that black masculinity, black manhood is constantly attacked. But it's like gay black men, for the most part, is like ain't nobody gonna be able to do it better than us. We gonna get out here and show you that black masculinity and black manhood ain't shit, baby. Why do you have to take that extra fucking step? You can be, nobody has an issue with you being gay. It's when you trying to act like you're a fucking woman. You're never going to be able to replace women. At no point in time in history are you ever going to be able to replace women. I don't give a fuck what kind of dress you wear. I don't give a fuck what kind of language you use, what kind of mannerisms you have. You cannot replace black women. It's just not going to fucking happen. So why not be comfortable in your own skin like Norman and come in here in a leather jacket with no shirt on under with his taco meat poking out from under that motherfucker?
Got a shirt on.
Oh, you do? Okay, I didn't. I'm saying you giving up taco meat. Why the fuck must you do the whole effeminate thing? I mean, we get it. You gay. All right, cool. But why you gotta let us know you gay? You gotta make it a point of telling us you gay because ain't no man walking around here that's heterosexual in a fucking dress unless he's trying to get it in Hollywood.
Oh no.
Because you even had the actor from ATL. He came out in a fucking dress. Like what the fuck?
Who?
The one that plays Paperboy. A fucking Harvard acting school graduate. He has a master's degree.
But he came out where?
He came out in a fucking dress.
When?
During the fucking Academy Awards. He was in a dress. Why? Why you want to do that? What the fuck did you just do, Trump? Oh, okay. Well, shit that motherfucker. It's just disgusting to me. I'm just, y'all wonder why.
You shouldn't be so disgusted about it. I mean,
I should be disgusted about it.
I think you just let a lot of other people's actions just be the topic of your conversation when it's not even that serious.
It is that serious. It's that serious when something as precious and as important as black manhood and black masculinity is under attack. I don't have an issue with. If I had a problem with motherfucker being gay, Norman wouldn't be here.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
If I had a problem with gay people, if I had a problem with gay men, Norman wouldn't be here. I just think that Norman is fucking hilarious. Y'all don't get to see or hear the funny side of Norman.
Right, because it's
Norman is trying to protect his brand. He's trying to be on here
so hold
like
on.
he fucking professional.
No.
But he ratchet than a motherfucker. Trust me.
No, I told this bitch, look, on this show, I have to protect.
I got to protect my brand.
I have to protect my real estate brand because of
but
the
off the
people
air,
that
he's a fucking ratchet, trifling motherfucker.
Of course.
So
why not?
I just reiterate the fact that it's not something that has to be done. You want to do kinky boots? Find another way to do it. I mean, stop wearing stop wearing thigh-high boots in these fucking Vogue.
We probably got like 2 minutes, but let me say this. I think you're really strongly opinionated in what you think is not traditional. Like being gay, you would probably say it's not traditional. But like
I don't think it's normal. I don't think it's normal for a man to not want no pussy.
It's normal. It's normal. It's just a choice. But at the end of the day, like I don't know. I mean, like let people be themselves. That's what the thing is. What if your son came out and told you he was gonna be gay?
I beat shit out of him.
Would you?
I beat shit out of him. I make him do some fucking push-ups. I will get the motherfucking testosterone activated in his fucking body to counter out all that motherfucking estrogen that's making him think he gay. But my son, I mean,
just what if? Just what if?
Why is it that? Okay, let me say this. Why is it that when we don't want our children to be gay, that's the issue? We don't want our children to be dancers. We don't want our children to be African American studies teachers. We can want our children to be. We could not want our children to be a lot of things. But when we say we don't want our children to be gay, it's an issue. I don't want I got 4 daughters. I want my daughters marrying white men.
Honestly, sensible thinking people are not saying that nowadays. We got 1 minute. So.
Because they scared of you motherfuckers.
No, they're letting their child be who they really want to be.
Nah, fuck that. You can't be who you want to be until your motherfucking ass get out my house and take care of yourself. That's when you can be who the fuck you want.
We got like 30 seconds.
Then you can't come back in my house with that
bitch,
shit.
You're trying to cut me off. So if Nicholas moved out as he got older, 21 years old, he moved out, got his own place. He came to you and said, "Daddy, I'm gay." At 25. What would you say to him?
Get the fuck out of my house, don't come back.
Would you?
Yes.
That's hurtful though.
We go to 9:30 on your YouTube.
It's fucking hurtful that I ain't gonna have no motherfucking grandkids because he's sticking his semen in another man's asshole.
You got daughters that could get fucking pregnant.
Those daughters do not carry my bloodline. They carry the father's bloodline. Those children carry the father. They're not going to be any less of my grandchildren, but they're not carrying my bloodline. My son carries my bloodline. So if my son comes to me one day and say, I don't want to have shit to do with women. I just want to take dick in the asshole. I want to get dick in the asshole. Then I'm going to have a problem with that.
He's not going to come out and tell you that. He's just going to tell you, I'm gay.
You're going to say, I'm gay? I'm like, well, you're fatherless also. I'm saying that.
You shouldn't even.
I'm fucking saying.
But you don't mean that.
I'm saying that.
You're saying it, but you don't mean it.
Look, you don't understand. If you talk to my oldest 2 children, they would tell, my oldest 2 daughters would tell you, he probably means everything he says about his children. I fucking mean it. If I say you a fuck up.
And let me ask you this. Now, let me say this too.
Well, let's just put it out there. My second oldest daughter is bisexual. What are you?
Okay, but I'm not. Whether she's bisexual or not, you're not even concerned.
I just
about
outed
the
her
daughters.
like shit.
You're not concerned about the daughters.
I don't give a fuck about daughters.
Is Nicholas you concerned about?
I'm concerned about my son.
So again, if this son comes out and tell you that he's gay at the age of 25, of course he's on his own and living his life. He comes and tell you, look, I want to have this conversation with you. Okay, y'all meet for dinner or meet somewhere. And he tells you he gay.
I'm going to kick him in the balls, grab by his fucking belt and scruff his neck,
okay, then
throw him the fuck out of my house.
Watch this. A year or 2 later after you do that, you fuck around, have a stroke or a heart attack.
I got 4 daughters.
None of them not going to help you. But Nicholas come to the gay son that you turned your back on is the one who come to your defense.
You thinking of
What
all
would you-
kind?
No,
you
what
think
would
of
you
all
do?
kind of
No,
hypotheticals.
you need to be thinking about this.
So
shit.
why you just gonna assume that my 4 daughters ain't gonna take care of me?
I'm just shit. Look, shit
Why
like
you
that
gonna-
happened.
why you gonna
Shit
show
like
some
that happened.
bullshit?
One of y'all 4 daughters is gonna. All
Nah.
4 of y'all asses is gonna leave.
I got
And
one
nigga-
daughter I'm locked with now.
It's
The other
probably gonna be the
3,
gay
it's
one.
It's questionable.
It's probably gonna be the gay one.
My great gay daughter?
Yeah, it's
nah.
probably gonna be. But still,
Nah.
okay. What if that's the case though? None of the 4 daughters and Nick. So Nick come to your defense and he remember what you said to him 2-3 years ago. Would you allow him to care for you and help you out? You don't have no woman taking care.
He can't bring that faggot ass motherfucking boyfriend of his in the house.
Okay, my point exactly. So.
Well, let me not say faggot. I don't want to say faggot.
No. But let me say
That's
my
a
point
little
exactly.
harsh.
Here's the thing, though. You allow him to care for you, but he can't bring the gay shit around him.
He can't bring
Around
the
you.
shit around me.
So my point exactly. Your son is still gay. You're allowing your son to help you out.
That's in your hypothetical world.
I mean, but
Number one, I'm not
trying-
gonna have no stroke.
You don't know what you
Number
have.
2.
Bitch, you keep eating them pork rinds, you gonna have a motherfucking stroke.
I ain't no motherfucking pork since 1991. I got 4 daughters and a granddaughter. I'm covered in that department in case Nicholas is gay. I'm sorry. I'm going to be the asshole that says if my son is gay, he can't bring that shit around me. Let's just give you an example. I have a relative. I don't want to say nobody specifically. He gay. In fact,
you
he
said
ca-
you had a nephew that's
In
gay.
fact, he came out to me. I'm the person he came out to.
Your nephew who? Your nephew?
Yes.
How old is your nephew? Like 30-something?
He's in his 30s.
30 what?
He's 34.
Oh, okay. Is that the nephew I met at your house one time?
Probably so. I don't know. Can you let me tell my story?
Bitch, you press.
He's gay. And when I ain't around,
What do he look like? I might have met him before.
I don't know what he does. I don't know how he conducts himself. I don't know if he a top. I don't know if he a bottom.
I'll tell you. Look,
I don't
look,
want all. I don't know.
let me see
I don't
what he look
know.
like.
I don't
He
know.
on your
I
Facebook
don't know
page.
any of that shit.
I got real excited that quick.
One thing I do know is a Trump. Ever since he came out to me, since he was about 16 years old, he don't do that shit around me.
Yeah, of course.
Now, I done seen his Instagram page. I done seen his Facebook page. And I be wanting to kick his ass square in the fucking balls with all that fruit booty shit he does. But what I do know is when I'm around, he cuts that shit off. Which goes back to why I say, why the fuck do you have to do all of that? You don't.
Well,
if you can turn it on and off, then why are you doing it in the first place?
I'm not turning nothing off for nobody.
We know your ass.
I mean,
you ain't turning nothing off. You ain't turning nothing down. You
no,
nasty.
bitch, I'll turn some shit down.
Yeah, nasty bastard. Look, we about to we about to cut and run because see, if you look and you see what Decatur Brad said, he said it's scary, but he's telling the truth. And nobody that's not blood relative knows me better than him. He knows I'm dead fucking serious. I'm completely fucking serious.
You just never know. I mean, you never know.
Look, my son loves girls and the girls love him.
Okay, there's
son.
a lot of fucking dudes that I know that love girls and they still sleep with fucking men.
That's disgusting.
And then you think you think
Fucking nasty.
No, but you think the parents of like today's time is really protecting their kids? They overprotecting their kids, and that's when the kids gonna roll out.
All I'm saying is, Nicholas, you better not.
Nicholas, live your life, whatever you choose to do
Whatever
in life,
fuck.
as you get the fuck out of your father's house. You make sure you do that.
This is the
live your life. Norman says, live your life.
This is
Nicholas.
the B-list show. Norman, tell them where they can find your motherfucking ass.
So you guys can find me on Grindr. You can find me on Jack. Not on Plenty of Fish. You can also find me on Instagram, Norman Sly Realtor. Also Facebook at Norman Sly Hawkins. What can we find you at?
You can find me in the produce aisle at the grocery store. you can find me on Twitter under Jokes Galore. You can find me on Instagram under TJ Chicago Kid. You can find me on a various number of dating websites where horny bitches go who then hustle they pussy out and it ain't of no value no more. And you can find me there. Plenty of Fish, Tinder, all them shits where the desperate hoes go. So if I see your picture there, I know I'm gets pussy. Trump, where can they find you? Site. We don't know where the fuck you want to find your emoji face ass at. Look, this is Streetz Talkin radio show. We are B-list for the time being. Yeah, we're gonna be B-list for a while. B is taking care of some personal things. You know, she got bunion removal surgery coming up. Who said she wanted to say hi? Look, thank you for tuning in. And Norman is about to go hit the strip and try to get him some huss, and I'm taking my black ass home to go to sleep because I got shit I got to do in the morning.
Make sure you check your blood pressure too. I'm just saying.
This is TJ Chicago Kid with Mr. Norman. We the fuck out. Fuck you, Norman.